I ran this HHO build for about 30 minutes straight and have no problems. Didn't get overheated or anything like that. The connections that got slightly warm were these alligator clips, and that is because they're alligator clips, but they didn't get really hot. They got a little warm. Battery charger got a little warm, but not much. So it can easily run a half an hour straight, which is cool. I want to point out though that you want to look at George Wiseman. George Wiseman, spelled, Wiseman, right? Podcast. And you might not find it on YouTube, or you might find it through Google, DuckDuckGo, Bing, or something like that. Look for the George Wiseman podcast, and he'll explain a lot more about this. But because I can't go into all this, but with this thing, and I don't want to repeat what he says. I've known about this for years, and I just never bothered to do this. But then, when my little kitty cat, Tiffany Gold Digger, didn't make it, I started thinking about this. I was giving her the Doc Willard water, which is catalyst water, but somehow she wasn't getting hydrated. And I did take her over to my little 4x4, and I cleaned out the bubbler, and I didn't run the engine. I just turned the key on so to run this apparatus out of the, where the engine was, the same HHO going through a bubbler. And she was wagging her tail and everything, and I was feeling good. I should have done that every day. I don't know, this would have been the thing that would have made a difference, but let's explain something else here. I know you always hear the thing about the body electric and everything. Well, Tesla will tell you, and I don't want to give all these highfalutin BS statements out there that a lot of people do, because they mention Tesla and all of a sudden it sounds like everything after they say afterwards can be correct, but Tesla does say that the flow of electrons with electricity is not the energy. It's not the energy itself, not the electrons. It's the energy is something else. It's unseen. We can measure electricity, but we really don't understand it. Nobody understands it. And something else I want to mention here. I've always been talking about this device. I've been using this for years, right? This ParaZapper. And see if we can get that. I can't see it. There it is. The ParaZapper. I've been using this. Well, this is a newer model. I did an update on it. You can do updates. If you buy one, you can update it. This does the positive offset with the pedestal offset, and I wear it overnight for like 8 hours, right? It might be that somehow this is helping the body produce HHO. I know most of the hydrogen in the body is produced through the stomach, a certain type of stomach acid that you have, or I think it's a microorganism. Excuse me, it's a microorganism. But I don't know which one it is, but it is a certain one. If you don't have that microorganism, or if you're short supply of that from antibiotics, your body will not produce enough hydrogen, and different things happen. But this, I know Calder Clark says this will temporarily boost your immune system, but I think it's temporarily boosting everything. And they demonstrated this to work in water against microbes. But then again, over 90% of your body is water, right? So I don't know. But I'm also suspecting that ParaZapper, although it's working like an electron donor, it's not really an electron donor. It's transferring energy to the body, which may be, because I think the body is producing, it's a layman's term, I'm just, because I'll tell you that the approved experts and the authoritative experts, they don't know this stuff at all. They don't study any of it. They're just salespeople for whatever patented racket they have. But your body's got to be producing HHO, not just in the stomach or in the intestines. It's got to be doing it someplace else, because a large percentage, by volume, 62% of your body is hydrogen. But more importantly, there's a lot of HHO. And this gas is actually, that's being produced, it's 6 different things. It's molecular hydrogen, it's HHO. You got to look at George Wiseman's sites. I don't want to go as long as he does on this. But a lot of these technologies are related. And There's good energies and bad energies. Like, in other words, processed food has bad energy or no energy, that saps energy from you. Whole foods, fresh fruits have more energy. Also, if you're taking herbs, have more energy than that. And then if you're taking the best essential oils, they even have more energy than that. So here you're putting an energy in a water. It's not just HHO. That's something I got from George Wiseman, but I understand it because you could put scalar energy into water too. I don't know what kind of, I don't want to make it sound like I know exactly what's going on. I don't want to tell you because nobody knows, including the authoritative sources. But there's been a number of anecdotal or whatever testimonies that said this HHO can pretty much cause your body to be so strong that it'll throw off everything. You remember like the George Lakowski multi-wave oscillator, which I have a portable version of it, a cheap version from Amazing One Engineering. That thing I like because it doesn't really address disease directly. It just imparts energy to the body and gives it, puts energy into the body. I know they say it's from frequencies, but it's directing energy in and around us. I picked it up because it doesn't work as well when it's in a Faraday cage. It's pulling energies in and around us. It was actually, the idea really came from Nikola Tesla. I know George Lakowski did all the groundwork to put it together, but Tesla had to come in and actually perfect it to get it right, exactly. Even his zapper is doing something. I like about this is because it's so small and portable. That's how big it is. You don't have to call this thing around, all this kind of garbage. I know George Wiseman's machine is way more user-friendly, smaller, more compact. It's got more safety controls on it. Some of the safety, well, let me put it this way. This is not really unsafe. I mean, I don't have a low-level indicator light or warning thing that shuts it off, but I can see the level right here. It's easy. I have two bubblers, which is overkill, so it's purified hydrogen and HHO coming out of here. The unit isn't running hot. I'm using this outside. I'm not using it inside. And it's made on demand, so it's not being made in a container where it's building up in here. It's just just made on. That's what you call a dry cell. That's where it's made. So it is pretty safe. It actually is pretty safe. You got to do something stupid. You have to put like a match over here, and that'll ignite the gas in this tube or something. But it's about all it's going to do. But it's not going to blow up like a big bomb or anything. But and it's just like anything, right? I mean, for crying out loud, you light a cigarette too with a thing. I mean, you might burn your nose hairs or something, for crying out loud. But it's safe as long as you got a brain. So for a couple $100, it's ridiculously a good deal. Now, what I'm thinking is, I don't really want to get this out too much because I only think it belongs to people that have clear conscience and good minds. I don't care about saving the world. I don't care about saving the elite from their own stupidity. I mean, you hear all these rumors about what they're doing with young blood and stuff like that and sacrifices, right? Which I don't think they're rumors. I know that the legends are based on reality. But this is going to do more for your longevity, your mental alertness, vibrance, than all that satanic crap the elite garbage are doing. I don't want them to know about it, but they probably do know about it. Who the hell knows? Or maybe they don't know about it. Who knows? Who gives a crap? I don't really care about getting this out there, for this information out widespread. I know YouTube will suppress this video, but I don't give a crap. I'm not making money on it, but the thing is, I don't really want to make money on this video because to me, technology like this is always a double-edged sword. As soon as you get it in the hands of the money whores, they'll find a way to screw you over with it. That's what I look at it. I mean, it's, affect water in a way that hurt people, whatever, control people, whatever. This actually is just life enhancing. But hydrogen is something that is the most basic element. I know, like, They say the sun is burning hydrogen. I know that's incorrect. The sun isn't burning anything. Nobody knows what the hell the sun is. But if you want, I'm mentioning this because the sun and the earth are similar in a lot of ways, and also the human cell, what's going on even in the atom. There's a type of energy, like we think it's measure electrons going around the atom. They might think of it's like planets going around the sun. They showed pictures of the universe that almost look like the neurons in the human brain. The sun is some kind of plasma energy, and also the inner core of the earth is some kind of plasma energy. I'm mentioning this because George Wiseman says that this actually is making a fourth state of water, I believe it is, a fourth state. Like, in other words, you have gas, liquid, and frozen, and this is making a plasma, and this is where the energy from the water is so powerful. He also mentioned there's benefits from breathing the gas, and there's benefits from drinking the water, so I'm doing both. There's also benefits of doing direct application to the skin or whatever the afflicted injury is, and it's basically a nutrient that your body needs, and if your body can't produce enough of it due to not having the right microorganisms in your intestines or whatever, being low energy, well, but I'm also suspecting that even these devices are helping the body to produce the HHO. I'm suspecting this. I'm only saying I'm suspecting. That's all I'm saying. Because somehow this thing does give you more energy. I tested my body voltage with the Thunderbolt body tester, and after running that a lot, and it was excellent. It was a while ago, a couple years ago, but I noticed when I use this thing a lot, and actually I'm running it right now, I probably can't see the LED light on there, but I noticed it does give you some kind of subtle energy. This thing, if you do this right away, do this like the first day, you won't notice anything. That's pretty much the standard, that happens with most people. But I think I have noticed something. Actually, I had an issue with it's like the middle toe on my right foot. If I run a long time or something like that, or walk a long time, it hurts me, especially if I'm out there walking some miles. That's why I use the elliptical machine versus running anymore. And it's been hurting me like that every once in a while for years. And I've noticed the pain seemed to be greatly diminished today, even though I was standing on my feet. I don't know if it's because of this, but I know sometimes it's better some days and worse some other days. I noticed there's certain things, the carbon C60 seemed to help with that a little bit, but I never really got rid of it. I wonder if this is going to cure that problem 100%, or let's say get rid of that problem 100%. But this thing is actually it's better than just plain hydrogen. It has molecular hydrogen, it has HHO, it has other things going on. You have to look at George Wiseman. But it does, the unit does run good. I mean, I've just ran it for a half hour straight, no problem. I can undoubtedly run it for an hour straight or more. And for a couple $100, it produces a lot of hydrogen. Look at that, see that? Those are big bubbles coming through there. So, but I'm thinking all these technologies are related. You also have to remember, like I use this spooky scalar with the thieves oil, which is a combination of cloves, cinnamon, lemon oil, rosemary, and eucalyptus, and also I put frankincense oil in it. Then I also use a bunch of these Chinese herbs and stuff. I don't know, there's like maca, ginkgo biloba or something like that in another vial. And I'm using that molecular spooky scalar, and I'm actually running this at the same time every day. It's like where matter comes from, materials, and where actually life comes from. It's you're almost getting to the basic source of life when you're talking things like this HHO, which is water with energy plus HHO plus molecular hydrogen and other things. Because you have to look at George Wiseman. There's 6 things. There's actually 6 things in this water coming out of this gas. then you're talking about spooky scalar, combined with the ParaZapper. You know, I don't know, it's a guess, but I'd assume that we could probably live like a gazillion years, a lot longer than we think, you know. So here's my little kitty cat. There he is. There you go, little. Actually, I want to use this on kitty cats too, because I want to take this water here and I'm going to put it in their bowls. I'm going to go inside. And I know it doesn't last, the hydrogen doesn't last in there that long, but then I'm thinking maybe the energy will last longer, and maybe the structure of the water would have changed. So, this is Boy Cat. He's the clutch. You're the clutch, man. He's like a dog. I mean, he's not a clutch, but he's like, he's so dog-like, he knocks things over, so you gotta kind of watch him. But this thing is on this computer case is like, you notice it has like a stand, like that. So, and actually there's no leakage on this thing. So if you look at, I should say, there's no leakage here, no leakage here. There's a slight dripping once in a while. Once in a while a drop comes out of the bottom of this, where this plug screws in. I gotta put some Teflon tape on that. But that, you empty that out every once in a while anyway, to clean that water. But this is probably, this combined with the ParaZapper, even though this is only a couple $100, this is probably one of the most, this is probably the most powerful thing I got. I'm assuming. I would think this and a ParaZapper together. I mean, this is only a few $100. I mean, this is like, I think $185 for the kit. You got to get the an old computer case, and a battery charge is going to probably run you $60. You're going to need a really powerful one, right? And you also got to get the catalyst, which is plain lye, 100% lye. So this would be maybe $250 or so with the battery, $275 with the battery charger, and you can get zappers like this for a few $100. But between these two things, you got some serious life-enhancing technology. It's amazing. And like I said, I don't give a crap about it. I'm not monetized. I'm not selling nothing. Authoritative sources are freaking money-grubbing whores. You know, doctors. Some of the doctors are okay. Some of them are excellent. But mostly they're money, money, money. Some gold digger married them, and they're on a treadmill. And they're just going to push whatever freaking narcotic garbage they can get away with the most, and grab as many clients by talking real sweet to them. That's how it works. That's the professionals for you. Susan Wojcinski, I don't give a crap. You don't use this. You want to judge me, whatever. She doesn't. You know, she has one of her, underpaid, overworked people in the Philippines or Thailand or something, judging these videos or something. Whatever. This technology, this would work for, in Thailand. It would work in Japan. I mean, the Japanese and the Chinese, they're all on with this stuff. The United States, no. Even though a lot of it's really been developed here, Japanese and the Chinese are on with the hydrogen water, also the HHO. A lot of these devices are being sold as medical devices in China. Who knows? Spooky might come out with this, with something with this, and then added frequencies, because you could probably add frequencies to the water, but you can add frequencies to the water in your body just by doing this thing. So, this has the double the human Earth frequency. It's got a bunch of modes in it. I love this one the most, the ParaZapper Uzi 3C. I use that all the time. But this is tech that's dirt cheap, that it's not really designed to work against disease, but it's really designed to provide the energy nourishment and hydrogen nourishment. Your body is 62% by volume hydrogen. So, very powerful. And cheap. That's the thing. You can get some freaking really expensive technologically advanced items out there that cost you thousands of dollars and probably won't do as much as this damn thing. And that, the ParaZapper and the HHO. You know? This is my point. Just about anybody can afford this stuff. And the durability of this stuff is like, basically it'll last forever. You know? So, it's getting back to the essence of what, you know, if you're looking at the sun might be some kind of plasma hydrogen. It doesn't really burn. That's also what's going on inside the Earth. The Earth and the sun and all the planets are connected, and the stars are connected to the sun. There's actually a long-term timetable where there's a frequency that does these solar novas, which I talked about on the year 2046. I don't know if that's going to, probably will happen. And, you know, probably put us back in the Stone Age, but the thing is, if you have something like this, and you survive 2046, you can, a simple solar panel, you know, or a simple earth battery or something like that, can power this too. You know what I mean? Simple components that can actually survive, you know, cataclysmic events. You look back at the what the pyramids were. I don't think they were just power stations. They were energy stations for life itself. As a matter of fact, a lot of this technology, there's Dixie the cat, a lot of this technology has been used on animals and also plants. This energy technology for growth and productivity has been used on animals and plants, not humans. I just hope the FDA is the absolute last people to use this stuff. I hope the pharmaceutical people. Look at Steve Jobs. The guy's a technological wizard. Dies of cancer and also probably HIV. I think that was something else he had on. They showed he was HIV positive, and they released that. He died of both those things. He's a technological wizard. He's too busy making computers. Didn't look at the medical side of things, did he? Likely, with his brain, he could have been probably living 500 years or more. This is why some of these tech giants are bragging about living 1,000 years or more, or forever. They're not talking about transferring their consciousness to machines. They're talking about their own body. And it's stuff like this that's making a difference. But this is cheap. This doesn't cost a lot. I mean, there's Zukoski coils. There's also the Skinner Photon Genius and Photon Genie. One will run you $2,500 or something. The other will run you, I forgot, $20,000. Yeah, these things work. They impart energy and frequencies to the body, but also bring in energy directly to the body. But you're doing it with this too. Dirt cheap. You're doing it with this too also. Dirt cheap, the ParaZapper. See? You don't need to spend big bucks on the tech. So I went off, I went longer than I expected. You want to look up more information on it, just look up George Wiseman. But he's not the only one. Don't be dissuaded by what YouTube recommends, because YouTube will probably recommend some garbage that's mainstream disinformation. And this video, BitChute is not picking up all my videos automatically. So, and I also may be on Minds.com. I already opened up a channel called Synergy 7 there. I might be on Minds.com. And I never ask for money. I don't ask people to freaking hit the subscribe button, because you know what? Those people are, I don't like those people that do that crap. Patreon, all that crap. I don't like those people that do that shit. What I want, I'm sending Susan in YouTube, the CEO of Bill, for my back pay. And I'm demanding, well, I'm telling them to pay me. I want the money. I want money coming from the corporations. I want money coming from the liberals, the socialists, the communists, the dictators. I want them to pay me and I'll criticize them with that money. Thank you. I don't want any subscribers giving me money. I want the money coming out of the ass of, like, you know, Bernie Sanders wants to throw a few giga dollars, I'll call it that, my way out of freaking his ill-gotten gains, or Joe Biden wants to throw me $gazillion, fine by me. I'll take it. But I ain't gonna freaking I'm not gonna toe the line for you. That's the way I am. I've worked for Jewish guys before. You know what? I got in trouble sometimes, man, I tell you what. But, you know, I steered those guys right. I did. Because, you know, I tell you, I'm a believer that most Jews are very righteous people. Unfortunately, I don't think the ADL has got much righteousness in there at all. So I'll just leave you with that thought. Anyway, over now.